guys, this is Backdraft and welcome to Sky Factory 3, episode 38. And this is just a little ridiculous right now. So in the last episode, as you guys can see behind me, we created, we created this fusion crafting crafter from Draconic Evolution. And we got ourselves a bunch of awakened draconium from it. And off camera, I have started to create all of the items that I'm going to need for my auto wither killing farm. So I've got reinforced glass, I've got a dislocator receptacle, 7 draconium fused obsidian, and most importantly my mob grinder, which is what I needed the awakened draconium for. So there's just a couple other things I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need probably some. This actually requires redstone. This is a design that a YouTuber actually posted. I will leave his name down in the description because it is escaping me right now. But yeah, so this is the recipe for a wither killing farm. Recipe, build, whatever the heck you want to call it. But basically the idea, as I explained in the last episode, is you need to spawn withers in one little area and then transport them to the killing area so that they're not able to destroy any piece of your spawning area but while they explode. So I'm probably gonna need, actually I probably won't need any more redstone conduits, but I will need, what is it called? It's like a redstone, where is it? It's something that allows you to create a clock. It's called something. I can't remember what it is. It just called a clock? No, that's not it. I could always just find it off camera. I don't see it anywhere. Redstone repeater. It's in here somewhere. Not the sticky repeater. Redstone. Oh, redstone's 133 different crafting recipes. Okay, well, I'll have to find that thing. But basically, there is a mod that allows you to use a redstone clock, which sends out a redstone pulse every however many seconds you can program it to. So I'm going to probably find out what that is off camera. But I'm going to start doing the killing area. So I'm gonna need probably a couple stacks of stone just as building blocks, and let's go. So I'm building this thing directly above my mob farm, and before I actually turn it on, I might test it out in my in like a test world, because I don't want to repeat of the infamous escaped wither destroys my entire world and I have to restore its incident. So yeah, definitely don't want that happening. Let me find the middle here. So it's boom, boom. Those two blocks are the center. So let's go up a few. I don't think I'm going to hit the ceiling. This isn't going to be a problem. Okay, so let me show you guys how this dislocator receptacle is going to work. So I'll put 2 there, 3, and then we'll have to come out 1 and put 1, 2, 3 there, and then finally 1 there. And then I'm going to grab that piece of stone, and then we're going to place the dislocator receptacle right there. And then we can get rid of all this. It's kind of muted over here because of the sound mufflers from the ghast farm, actually. But that is no problemo. Let's get rid of that cobble. We don't need that. Okay, so basically, well, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in these corners. And we will get some glass, actually. because I want to be able to see into it. And I guess we could just chisel it later. That's not a big deal. I'm not going to use the base class, have no fear. Okay, so we'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oop, don't want that. Got rid of that. Okay. Now, that should be good. Let's start filling up these areas here. Okay. Alright, and then we'll take our trusty old wand. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. Okay, so down here, well, I think it's going to start right there, actually. This is where we're going to place the auto placers so that they can dispense the soul sand that I'm going to need. Oopsie-daisy, don't want that one there. Okay, that one's good. And then, for whatever reason, you need to have the other 3 placers right there, not there. But right there, because for whatever reason, you don't need them directly above the other placers. I guess it doesn't work right. I don't really know, to be honest, but from testing that I've seen people do, having your placers directly above the other placers for the soul sand doesn't really work out that well. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Yeah. Now, the fact that this is not centered is going to be a huge, you know, it's not the end of the world that it's not centered, honestly, but if it works, we'll figure something out to make it look a little prettier. But for now, this is what we got. So basically the idea is you want to feed in soul sand to these 4 placers and wither skeleton skulls into those 3 placers. And then you want to teleport them into a wither killing area, which is completely wither proof once the wither spawns. So I'll go up maybe that many blocks. And I think the area's gotta be, not exactly sure. I think, let's see, that's 3, 4. I honestly think it doesn't need to be much bigger than that. I will double check off camera. Because pretty much once the wither is inside, the mob grinder will be able to take care of it. That definitely needs to be bigger. Okay, so on camera, I'm gonna show you guys how to get, actually, I'm gonna need to make this one wider, sorry. But anyway, on camera, I'm gonna show you guys how to use the dislocator to teleport the withers into here, and then they'll basically just die once they officially spawn from the mob grinder. So, I got a bunch more of that. So pretty much I just want them to, whoopsie daisy. So I just go in the center here, and I think I need to make this 4x4, but we'll definitely test it out. But you hold down shift and you just right click, and you see the teleporter is then bound to those coordinates. So if I come down here, I can then put it inside, error this charm can only be bound to one location. Put it in there, and then bam. As you can see, anything that passes through this portal will then end up here. Which is fan-bloomin-tastic, because that is exactly what we're going to want to happen to these withers once they come into existence. So let me light this up a little bit so nothing can spawn on there. And then we'll get rid of this stone. Bam, oh, okay. So basically, like I said, what's going to happen is the withers are going to be spawned down there. They're going to be teleported up into here, and then they're going to be killed using the mob grinder. So, like I said, I need to do some testing with this before I actually turn the friggin' thing on, because I absolutely do not want a repeat of withers glitching out, and you know what I'm getting at. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to finish up the design, and then I'm going to turn it on and show you guys exactly how it works. So I'll be back with you guys in a bit. Alrighty, ladies and gents, I have my automatic wither killing system functional. So let me tell you guys a little bit how this is gonna work. But first and foremost, this is butt ugly. I know it does not line up, and it's just kind of chilling above the mob farm. Yeah, but all of this area over here is for killing mobs and for collecting their items. So, you know, there's really no other. I didn't want to put it down here because the explosions that, you know, it's risky. So I ended up putting it up there, and I know it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it kills withers. So that is exactly what I am looking for. So let's go inside here. I set up a little cyan elevator. So basically what's happening is, like I said before, and I demonstrated, these 3 drop the wither skeleton skulls. These 4 drop the soul sand. That's currently coming out of my refined storage system and being dumped into these 2 chests as buffers. And then they're being fed into the respective auto placers. Now, the redstone thingy that I was talking about is from Dark Utilities, and it's called a timer. It's pretty simple to build. Just requires a clock, some redstone torches, and some stone. Now, basically what you can do with this is you can tell it to give off a redstone pulse every so long. So right here, it's got a timer delay of 60, and every 20 ticks, I think, is 1 second. So this will send a pulse out every 3 seconds. Then I've got that leading into, so basically that's going to send a pulse out to the soul sand. The soul sand will get dispensed, and then I've got a repeater on full delay feeding into a redstone torch on the other side of that block, which then feeds up into here, which will send out a pulse through this other redstone repeater, which is also on 4 delay, and then it'll go through here and send the pulse through the auto placers that will spit out the wither skeleton skulls, because I want the soul sand first, then the wither skeleton skulls. That was a bit of a challenge to figure out exactly the right timing, but I was able to do it. So, and I showed you guys how the dislocator works and the teleporter. So yeah, this thing should be fully functional. So basically they're going to get spit out up here, so I've got the mob grinder set up right here with plenty of RF being fed into it, and when this thing is fully charged, it kills a wither in 1 hit. So that is amazing. And then I've got the advanced item collector chilling over here, which feeds into my orange ender chest, which is then spitting it into the storage sphere, which is way over there. Up here I've got sound mufflers and wither boss death mufflers. Just so that I'm not constantly hearing wither dying sounds when I've got this thing on. And on the side over here, I've got the lever, which turns the thing on and off, because I don't want this thing running 24/7. 1, because it's high risk, and 2, because it's just annoying. I mean, I'll just let it go for maybe like 10 minutes, get a ton of nether stars, and then turn it off and call it a day. But, ladies and gents, the moment you have all been waiting for is to see this thing in action. So, let's do it. And flickaroony. So you can see the soul sand gets dispensed. Then the skulls, oh, there's a wither, and he gets teleported right into the killing area. So that thing's gonna go. It's gonna make a new wither every 3 seconds. I'm gonna stand back a little bit. And as you can see, as soon as they explode and spawn, they're gonna get killed by the mob grinder. And it's just going to keep going on and on and on and on and on. So, bam, there's 1 dead. Where's the next one? Bam, there's 2 dead. So, basically every 3 seconds, it's killing a wither. I can speed it up, but I didn't want it to go absolutely insane. But yeah, basically any time that I need nether stars, I can just turn this freaking thing on and then bammo schmammo. Let it run for like 10 minutes. And then I got myself some nether stars. There is absolutely no problem. The only thing I'm worried about, I did some testing in a testing world, but the only thing I'm worried about is that if too many withers start piling up in there, I don't know if any of them are going to be able to glitch out. I don't think so, but yeah, it's of worry. And the other thing is, as you can see at the top of the screen right now, you can see all of the current withers health bars. And that's a little annoying, like I said. So when I'm recording, for the most part, I'm not going to have this thing on. Gonna keep it off. I'm only gonna turn it on maybe if I go AFK. I don't even know if I would go AFK with this thing. It makes me super paranoid. But yeah, this is an infinite source of nether stars and a supremium. Actually, this, you know, each wither drops I think like 2 to 4 supremium or something like that in the crumb stars, loot bags, all sorts of fun stuff. So whenever I go AFK, I'm definitely gonna have this thing on, but we'll see what happens. I'm definitely going to do a backup of a world before I let this thing go AFK. We should be fine. Honestly, we should be fine. It is a little scary for me because I did have a scary wither experience back in like episode 22 or something like that, and I have PTSD. So, yeah, but this thing is running like awesome. It is freaking awesome. I'm actually gonna turn it off now. Bada boom. Okay, it's gonna make one more wither, and then it's off. Okay, so looks like we've got a handful of withers in there, 3, and then they're all gonna die, and that's gonna be that. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is once that thing dies, okay. There's a lot of experience. I actually need to look into collecting experience because I've only got 1 level right now since I died from falling through the nether, getting that achievement. So that's that. But let's go to the book real quick because I actually think there's an achievement for setting up, that's not the book, for setting up an auto wither killing system. And we haven't looked at the book in a while. We're definitely going to be creating that max size reactor now that we have a lot more resources. Okay, turbines, lightning rods. Okay, the green energy. Collect ore from the void with a void ore miner structure. Ore from the void with a void ore miner. Void ore miner? Wait. Void ore. Oh, that's not the right area. I should be typing. Void ore miner? Oh, I actually didn't know these things existed. From the void ore miner controller tier 2. Okay, we'll definitely have to look into that. I don't know how you collect ore from the void, but I guess that's something we can do. Level up a tinker's tool or weapon. I think we've done that, right? Level it up. We've definitely done that. Okay, add a diamond hammer to a tinker's pickaxe to obtain a smashing modifier. Haven't done that. Craft the highest tier unbreakable builder's wand. Haven't done that, although I do have an unbreakable one. It's not the highest tier. Craft an unbreakable tinker's tool. Haven't done that. Craft a melee tinker's weapon that does 20 damage or more. What does my bow do? 7.69 attack damage. I don't think that counts. Build any melee weapon that does 90 or more damage. This is my strongest weapon. It only does 41, so we'll have to look into that. Okay, blood altars, blood orbs, automate LP collection, use the rudimentary snare. Yeah, this is all blood altar stuff. Okay, Botania. Okay, haven't done Botania. Age of Dragons. Okay, Draconic tools. Haven't done any of that. Automate wither killing. There we go. Bam. Kill 4 chaos dragons. Build a tier 6 energy core. I think we only have a tier 3. Make a charm of dislocation. I have done that. Resurrect one of the dragons, fill a draconic battery, create a draconic level fusion crafter. I've only got a wyvern level. Jump between 2 tame dragons while midair while above flying. I've mentioned that one before. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but we will eventually. Okay, travel to it, infuse your mana. Yeah, there's still a crap load of stuff we've got to do. Produce 1 billion RF a tick. Holy crap. 16 by 16 by 16 colossal chest. I think I have a 10 by 10 by 10. Fill a quantum storage unit. Create near infinite grid power with the dragon egg mill. Craft the rainbow generator and use it to produce power. Use diamond blocks to cool a max size reactor. Get 20 different chickens and automate resource collection. I don't think I have 20 different chickens. Speaking of chickens, craft a single octuple compressed cobblestone block. I could probably do that. I think I have a single octuple. I have 8 sextuple. I think that would... Oh no, 8 sextuple would get me 1 septuple, and then 8 septuple would give me 1 octuple. That is a lot of cobblestone. But anyway, let's go check on the chickens real quick, because I don't want to start doing anything too major in the rest of this episode. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up here. It said 20 different types. Holy crap, I gotta start moving these guys back up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're getting there. But we don't quite have 20. But anyway, I'm going to take the rest of the time in this episode to explain to you guys my future plans. So it's time to get rid of this ugly, disgusting sieving platform because it's just freaking gross. I've actually hooked this crafter up to my refined storage, and I'm now producing supremium. It's basically sucking out all the types of essence that aren't supremium from the refined storage system and compressing it into supremium. And the sieve is still going, although it's crappy. It's the very, very last thing besides my mob farm, which I'm probably never going to get, the couple things underneath the mob farm, that's running off of lava generators. And I want to get rid of this platform completely because it's time to make the super siever platform. And I think we're going to put the super siever... we might just make a platform over here-ish for the super siever because it's kind of void right here. And I eventually want to get rid of that platform. I'm probably going to keep that one. And after we make the super siever platform, actually, no, I am getting ahead of myself. Before we make the super siever platform, we are going to be messing around a lot more with mystical agriculture and growth crystals and all sorts of stuff, because my plan is this. My plan is to use mystical agriculture to make gravel, sand, and dust. And basically, I'm going to make a lot of towers, just like this one. This one's just making inferium essence. But basically, I want to have a tower for each of the types of essence that you can grow that will allow me to get gravel, sand, dust. And then also endstone. Endstone, you need enderman essence and stone because you can crush that down. You can get draconium from that, actually. I think I might also do soul sand. What else can you sieve? You can sieve soul sand. I don't really know if there's much else that's worth sieving, but I'll definitely take a look before I set up the super siever. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time I have for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please do not hesitate to hit that thumbs up. And if you've been enjoying the series so far, head over to Twitter. The handle is @BackdraftGamer, and give me a follow. You will be the first to know when new videos of this series are coming out. Of course, subscribe to my channel if I didn't say that before. And thank you guys so much for watching as always. Bye-bye.